Hello there and welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. I am Salva and today we will be doing another book review, and this time it's on Aaron Hartzler's What We Saw. I feel like if every teen in the world just read this book, everyone would be a better person. Just to give a disclaimer for everyone watching this book does take on some pretty dark topics. It's essentially a book about rape, so I'm just gonna leave a trigger warning here. So it's a contemporary book, which I don't read a lot about, but I do love reading contemporaries with like gritty, tough issues. This book is about a high school party gone wrong. Another student who was at the party files rape charges against 4 of her classmates. This book tells the story not from the point of view of the victim, not from the point of view of the accused, but from the point of view of the bystander. Let's talk about the amazing things that happen in this book, because I finished it and my heart was heavy, but my eyes were opened. I want everyone to read this. It's such an important book to read. What I really love about the book is that it shows all these perspectives. I mean, our protagonist is firmly on the side of something happened, and maybe we don't believe the boys first, but aside from her, there are also all these other points of view, like her brother who wants so desperately to be part of the cool kids group that he'll just go along with whatever the guys say. There's her Christian friend who's like, it's probably her fault because she was kind of loose. There are these other friends who want to say something about it but can't because they're afraid. Not all the guys were like, it's her fault. And at the same time, not all the girls were on the side of the victim. So you just got all these wonderful back and forths in the book. A thing that I like about the book and what the author did was that, you know how books will sometimes have lyrics from current pop music, and you'll just have like, oh, they were at a party and this song was playing and then the characters sing the song. So the author did that a lot in this book, on the radio, in the car, on the party, but the songs he specifically chose for this story were songs you didn't even realize promote rape culture. I am going to admit I do listen to some of them, but seeing the lyrics laid out in the book in context with the story was just like, our songs nowadays are not good. I like how the author calls out rape culture in pop music today. There was also such a good amount of foreshadowing and parallels in this novel. At the beginning of the book, before everything happened, they were at a geology class and then the science teacher was like, oh, this happened way back then. And then another student goes, well, where's the proof? All we have are theories. And you could sort of tell that was foreshadowing the things that were gonna happen in the book and how there was no proof, there was just theories, nobody was really there. And there was another parallel when the sexual assault charges were filed, so all these news outlets went to their school and wanted interviews. There was this news reporter particularly, she films interviews without asking permission, and then one of the characters goes, obviously it's different, taking a video and taking someone's, you know, two very different things, but in principle that news reporter just took what she wanted without permission. And you're just like, they have a Christian character who is the best friend of our protagonist, and at first I was like, okay, cool, they're averting the trope of the Christians being like, the girl is obviously wrong because she went, like, why do we assume it's always the guys who tell the truth? And you're like, for you, Christian character. Later in the book, you see her switch sides. She says, like, you can't be a feminist and believe in the Bible, and you're like, what? She talks about, like, women are supposed to be the helpers of men. What? There's also this quote in the book, listen up, everybody who believes in Carpe Diem and YOLO, acting first and worrying about the consequences later is a dangerous way to do things. And when they said that quote, I was just like, yes, that's right! Acting first and thinking about consequences later is a dangerous way to do things. Because guess what? If you act first on some things, there won't be a later for you to think about the consequences. You could be dead. You could be in prison. YOLO responsibly, children. So now for the spoilery parts of my review. There's a part towards the end where one of the accused talks back. He's like, I'm not gonna go on the field trip because I might be accused of rape again. If there's a girl taking her top in front of me, then I can't help myself and I'll just be accused. And then the professor goes, excuse me, you can't help yourself? So are you saying that there is no alternative, but if a girl takes her top off in front of you, you have to rape her? Is that what you're saying? And then The student goes, no, that's not what I mean. And then the professor just goes and asks all the boys in the classroom, like, what are the other alternatives? What else could you do? If a drunk girl is in front of you, what else could you do besides rape her? And all the boys in the classroom like give answers like, give her Advil, drive her home, call her friends. And it was just such a powerful, moving scene. Towards the end, there's a video that comes out. It turns out that it wasn't an isolated incident, that it was only the accused and the victim. It happened literally in the middle of the party, and all these party goers, all these kids were like passing by and not doing anything about it. That sounds horrible, right? But if you think about it, it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities. That's what makes this book so powerful, is that it's not preachy. It's like, that could have been us. We could have been either the accused, the victim, or the bystander. So those are my thoughts on this great book. Obviously not a good or happy topic, but I mean, if you guys are looking for a thought-provoking, eye-opening read, then definitely check this out. If there's one book I am telling you to read this year or soon or anytime, just read this book, because it's so important that you read about the points of view here and the opinions, and it's just amazing. Just read it. And that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can leave a comment down below what you guys thought of the book. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both at Cuckoo for Books, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!